It is not who you are that's holding you back. It is the illusions of who you think you're not. This is Anders Hansen, and I'm here to help you shatter those illusions and live the life of your dreams.
Well, hello there. This is Anders Hansen, and I help you overcome your self-limiting mental illusions so that you can step out and create quantum leap results in your life. Welcome to Insights to Impossible. This week, you'll receive 8 tangible steps to help build a winning confidence. So if you're ready, I am. Let's get right to it. But before we do, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave us a comment below of what your main takeaway was from today's subject. All right, so let's get into it. The first step in building winning confidence is to help others. That's right. Most people's energy is inverted. They think a lot about what other people think of them, and as a result, their confidence suffers. I lived there for 20 years. I was obsessing about what other people thought of me. And of course, I never got anywhere. When I started putting my energy on other people, everything changed. So the first step is to help others. How can we do that? We can do that through charity. We can do that by paying it forward. We can do that by donating our time. You know, all of this gives you a sense of significance which directly impacts confidence. And a tip here, when you do help other people around you, make it a habit of doing great things for them without them knowing it was you who did it. That's right. Get into the habit of doing great things. Maybe you pay for the coffee for the guy behind you in line at the coffee shop, and before they can thank you, you're out the door. There's a lot of things you can do without them knowing it. And again, it helps build confidence. So the first step, help others. It moves the energy from yourself towards the world, and it helps build confidence for you. Now, the second step in building winning confidence is to speak slowly and pronounce your words properly. I always spoke very fast. When I was performing for 20 years on stage, I was rambling sometimes through my sentences. And why? I was really nervous. Came back to what people thought of me. My focus was on me. So what we want to learn to do is to speak slowly and to practice that. And make it a conscious choice that whenever we engage in a conversation or we're doing a presentation, slow down. You know, you will have to speak slower than you think in order for people to understand you. The more clear you are, the slower you speak, the better the message will land with the receiver. So confident people, they speak slower and with authority. So start practicing that. Practice on your own and then start practicing when you're out and about meeting people. You will start feeling very different just as a result of those 2 first steps. Now the third step, let's get right into it. It's doing something you have been procrastinating on. That's right, do something you've been procrastinating on. Finally getting that closet cleaned, getting those errands run, getting that project completed, whatever it is. Remember that actions trigger feelings the same way that feelings trigger actions, and it gives you a sense of completion, a sense of accomplishment. It's your paradigm that pushes things out, that sort of kicks the can down the road. I'll just wait a little longer, wait till tomorrow. The more you get into the habit of doing everything you can today, the more you're going to like yourself, because what you're really doing is living up to your own promise. I know what I should be doing, and I'm doing it. Whenever there's something to do, I do it. And it helps me with my confidence. I start liking myself better because I'm not breaking my own promises on a daily basis. I'm living up to my daily promises. And I very rarely procrastinate on something I know needs to be done. That's the third step. The fourth step in building winning confidence is getting really good at taking care of yourself. Now, most people think they know what that means, but they really don't. They think taking care of themselves is just, the basics. And it really isn't. It's about elevating your personal standards in all areas of your life. And it could be that you get into the habit of doing something really good for yourself. Maybe every week you go to the spa. You might say, well, that's really expensive. What's expensive? You're the biggest asset in your life. Have you ever thought about that? We're also talking about your own personal, let's say, hygiene standards, clothing standards. That all comes back to self-confidence. The way you act when no one is watching is crucial. The way you do little things is the way you do big things. You know, I have a standard, I have a personal standard for how I show up in the world when I do my work. And it would be easy for me, the way we're working now, to just be in shorts and and have a relaxed attitude about it, but I'm not. I'm not sure if I can go far enough away. There you go. See, I'm actually dressed, fully dressed from top to toe, and it's a conscious choice. Not that I have to because of the way the camera is set, because I want to. It gives me a sense of completeness. So the way I show up here virtually is the way I would show up if I walked onto the stage or into a presentation. It has nothing to do with the audience. It has everything to do with how I set my own personal standard. And again, the way you do little things is the way you do big things. When I do live events, I have a certain standard for how those are run. And that all comes back to the standard I treat myself with. So the events, the programs, everything we do is an extension of the personal standard that I have for myself. So everything that you do in your world, at work, at home, is an extension of the personal standard that you've set for yourself, the way you show up in the world. What is your standard? You see, if you are working from home right now and you have a habit of just sort of rolling out of bed, putting on a cap and just going to work like that, your self-confidence will suffer. Whereas if you were to make a rule that if it's a work day, even if you have to work from home, you get up at a certain time, you dress a certain way, and you show up at a certain time, I guarantee you, you will start to find that your self-confidence will go up because you've raised your personal standard. The fifth step here to really building a winning confidence is to adjust your posture. That's right. I used to have a very bad forward-leaning posture, but I spent a lot of time with a chiropractor with techniques that helped me with my posture. Your posture is all important. Remember, again, actions trigger feelings, the way feelings trigger actions, and your posture, your body language actually affects your hormones. That's right. So if you're standing like this, feet together, sort of forward leaning, your stress hormone cortisol goes up. But whereas if you were to stand with your feet a little bit apart, hands on your hip, chest out, shoulders back, your testosterone goes up. And as men and women, we all have, testosterone, and we all have all the other hormones too, in smaller, larger degrees. But the point is that we all need these hormones to act and to get things done in the world. So your body language, the way you carry yourself, will definitely positively impact your hormones and your confidence. The sixth step in building winning confidence is to have personal boundaries. No is a complete statement. Do you have friends that take advantage of your goodness? I hear that all the time. He or she always takes advantage of me because I'm just such a good person. You're not a really good person to yourself, that's for sure. They're not taking advantage of anybody. You allowed that to happen because you don't have boundaries. And if you don't have boundaries, your self-image is going to suffer. No is a complete sentence. It is a complete sentence. No warrants no explanation. No, I'm not able to. I'd love to help you. I'm just not able to at this moment. There's ways for you to express love and compassion and say no at the same time. And the more you say no, the more focus you create on what's important for you, and the more you're going to like yourself, the more your confidence will go up. Clear boundaries is so important. You can set boundaries for family members, friends, etc. Your life, your goal, you is the most important person in the world. So start treating yourself like one by saying no to things, people, situations that do not serve you and don't move you towards what you want. So the seventh step here is to prepare. The seventh step here is to prepare and practice. You've heard it before, practice makes perfect. And it's true. The more you practice your craft, the more you spend time on honing your skills, the more your confidence goes up. How could it be that I could deliver a keynote speech for the first time to a live audience in front of 500 people and 120 countries live streaming with calm inside. First of all, my focus was not on me, it was on my audience, and I had prepared for a significant amount of time every day, all day, for 3 weeks in a row, one presentation. So when I got on stage, it was fun because the foundation was laid. People that are nervous, often they are not really good at preparing. I over-prepare. In whatever I do, I over-prepare, and it builds a solid foundation so that whatever is thrown at me, and trust me, things are thrown at me all the time when we do live events and virtual events, stuff happens. But you're not swayed off course because you stay grounded and you stay rooted in who you are and in your practice. The last step, the 8th step here, it might sound a bit counterintuitive, but it really isn't. We need to give up control to a certain extent. Baruch Spinoza said it beautifully. He said, give up the notion that you must be sure of what you're doing. Instead, surrender to what is real within you, for that alone is sure. Give up the notion that you must be sure of what you're doing. Instead, surrender to what is real within you, for that alone is sure. See, when you've done all these other things, you've built a solid foundation. And then you can relax in the knowing that being you, authentically you, is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. And that is confidence. It's not arrogance, it's not conceit. It's a healthy, conscious awareness of the energy that you represent. And that is real magic to me. So that I really hope that these 8 steps serves you. Now, we have to do it by ourselves. Yes, we have to. It's your responsibility to integrate these 8 steps, but we can't do it alone. We all need help. And so if you're new to our Real Magic community, or whether you've been here for a while, make sure that you speed up your manifestation in gaining clarity around your goals, looking at the challenges that might stand in your way between where you are and where you want to be. So take me up on the offer and book a one-on-one strategy session with our team. They're standing by to help you gain that clarity, overcome those illusions, introduce you to the 5 steps in the Real Magic Roadmap that will help you in your manifestation of that which you desire. What is the worst thing that can happen? You gain some insight. What is the best thing that can happen? You will be the next Real Magic miracle that we're going to be talking about long time from now. So book your session below, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you there and to see you in another episode of Insights to Impossible. Make sure you subscribe to this video, comment below, and share it with friends and family that you believe could have value out of this as well. This is Anders Hansen. Bye for now. I really hope that you took a lot of valuable insight away from this video today. And to make sure you stay updated in terms of everything Real Magic World, including programs and live events, make sure that you enable your notifications, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel so that you will be the first to know.